Hello everyone. So I'm using the maybe Lenormand to check into a question. Oh yeah, there's 45s card. I fell on 45s. I have a question. Well, I've had several questions. Same question from several people about, and I did my best to read on it in the live stream on Thursday, but I do so much better when I have all the cards together laid out instead of just like holding them up and showing one at a time, because you see the whole system of cartomancy when you have a somewhat of a tableau. So I'm going to do a mini tableau, not a grand tableau, because I'm not using the houses, and it would take too long to do all of that. But anyway, here's the question, which is in the title. When I get it all done, it'll be in the title. But here's my process. Here's the question I've been building up to. Will Trump instigate the 1807 Insurrection Act, which grants him the power to put military troops in all or most of the U.S. cities, anywhere he wants, basically bringing in martial law, and which could stop protests. So, of course, all of anybody in the military, they take their oath to the Constitution, not to. He's a commander-in-chief, but if the commander goes crazy, they have the Constitution, so they don't have to follow his orders. So here's my question is, will he try to do this, and will he be successful? What will happen? Because there are so many things to protest. It's Social Security, it's tariffs, it's the economy, it's families, it's people being rounded up by ICE, people being taken with no due process, basically Project 2025. What is going to happen? Thank you to my guides for helping me line the cards up. Okay, right there. All right, so this would be his, it could be a reward, but it's mostly a card of having the ability to, do something. Of course, we could relate to the military with this card, right? So I think that's a better way to read it. So we have the bear. So there's power and protection. Wow, okay. We have the book. I think in this case, the context would be the letter of the law. Okay, yeah, right. The letter of the law is the most important thing, the key. The solution, okay. Options, choices. Choices for the military. Would enough of them band together? Here we have their commitment, but there's something new. And there's the obstacle. I really don't need to go any further. There's a big old block of protection. But let's just get the whole story. So that would be Trump. This would be him. Well, let's get the rest of the cards. It would be the movement. Yeah, and more movement. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going. I have room. Might as well. Well, I can tell for sure. Oh man. Excuse me. Man, I'm tuning into him and getting dizzy. And like, it's not, it ain't right with him. It's not right with him inside. Oh, that's what these cards are here. Okay. Well, all right, so we have a whole story. So right in the center, if you're really pressed for time and you don't want to get the whole 9 yards out of it, just know that the military itself is the most important. They hold the key. They abide by the Constitution, the letter of the law. They have that choice that's very important. They are the ultimate power, sworn to the letter, literally sworn to the letter of the law. And if the mood fits them, or they're going by their reputation and their honor. Their honor and it's all right here. Their honor and their commitment to the Constitution. And so because of that, it's simple to them. They won't have to think about it for long, and they'll block it. I think. I mean, that's the inner, that looks to me like the simple inner truth. Now, over here, we have Trump with his awful heart, which is, I think, probably why I got dizzy. Was it yesterday? Did he have his, physical at Walter Reed? Because he said he was going in. So that would have been yesterday. I didn't hear anything about it. Maybe I missed it. I could have. I was working with clients. But anyway, heart problems, because he's overweight, mostly. Repetitive heart problems, liver problems. And I think this is part of like the dizziness feeling I had too, but this is also his abusiveness to try to mobilize and move, because he thinks he's the one that's in charge, but he's wrong, and he's demented, and he's the psychopath, the malignant narcissist, the abusive psychopath. So there's that. That's the backstory. I think the troops more and more know this because, he's just been screwing up all along. So it might not even be like April 20th. It could be down the line, because down the line, the further out we go, the more people are getting pissed. And, just give them till the end of, I'll give them until May 24th when Saturn moves into Aries. For 2.5 years, right? Well, until Saturn will be in Aries May 24th, and then we'll have a little retrogradation back into Pisces early 2026, and then it'll move into Taurus in April 2028. But meanwhile, we're getting out of, gaslit nation victimization mode and moving into all these planets moving into Aries. It's taken some time. We still have some more time, but as time goes by, it's going to get worse and worse and worse for him and his cronies. And I can tell that by the astrology that I'm doing every day. So anyway, that's the backstory of him. And moving forward into the future. Now, this can be seen as a predator. The lion can be the predator or protection. I think we can read it. I think it's better to read it as him being the predator. So he's got the heart problem over here, right? All this. And then he's moving forward in this direction, and he's up against a powerful force. He's also tipping his hat to Putin, and he's doing whatever Putin wants. A second layer of this meaning here would be like the hidden messages, the hidden conversations, the hidden truth about him and Putin. that's really important. That's why we have the key there. But on another level, he's trying to be the powerful guy, and the Constitution is protecting our nation. And that's the most important thing. And he's looking towards a big old conflict because he can't get away with being a predator. And then that's when, on the flip side, you can read the lion as major protection, right? And I especially say that because I think that, well, with the obstacle down here, the mountain, I mean, there's 52 cards in this deck, right? The mountain came through. We've got 21 out of the 52. And the mountain is the card that stops. Also, the most important thing to look at is the fact that there will be, some new moves from military and protection. The foundation here of the written word of the Constitution, the letter of the law, is what they will put their reputation on. That's their sworn, the badges. Especially this would be the commanders, the commanding officers of the troops. And they will convey, like, hey, you're at choice. We're only bound by the Constitution. That's who you gave your oath to. And then here we have the foundation of that, our homeland. So the mobilization of predatory energy that would be battling and in conflict and to try and do something like that will be met with betrayal, and it brings big change. This could be like the movement of troops going in and out. There could be some that would, but not all. Most will be blocked, or they will block. They will block him. I think they will block him. Because protection blocks him. Protection blocks him. Money, power, and protection are keywords for the bear. If I had the little doggy here, I would say that's protection too. But dogs are also, it's more like helpful and loyalty. I don't see loyalty here to him, do you? Look what's around him. I mean, he has some, but it's small. If he can mobilize anything, it's a small amount. If he can bring in predatory types of guys who are crazy, it's a small amount. That's why we have this little card here. But if he even tries it, it's going to create a huge betrayal. When you have the snake, we see it as, a dangerous enemy. And it creates complications. And it's also, it's ruled by Scorpio. So it would bring through a betrayal, the change of betrayal to the predator, which is him with the bad heart. Putin's buddy. I almost said the wrong words there. But anyway, I do think he'll try. I do think he will try. And I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I think I'll just get this uploaded. If something, if he does actually try it, then I'll read on it again. But for now, I think I'll just get this uploaded. And thanks, you guys, for all the everyone asking the same questions. Okay, bye.